Hey! We often declare signals and retrieve data within a service, just like this vehicle service. In this video, we examine how signals in a service are handled differently if the service is provided en route versus in a component. Let's take a look. I'm in StackBlitz with my demo application open. To better demonstrate when services are initialized, I created another component, this Home component. I added a menu so the user can navigate through the application. And when we have more than one component the user can navigate to, we need some basic routing. If you are new to routing, check out my video, How Angular Routing Works. In the vehicle service, we declare several signals, including a link signal and several computed signals. Each of these signals is created when the service is initialized. If our service defines a resource, as we have here, the HTTP request is issued when the service is initialized. So we're getting the data when this service is instantiated. Let's log out when our signals are created or modified and when our data is retrieved using effects. Recall that an effect runs whenever a signal value changes. Log the selected vehicle signal and the vehicle signal. The vehicle signal holds the value from our resource, which is the array of vehicles retrieved from our HTTP request. Our components use services to manage their data, or state. To use a service, the component must first inject that service. Here in the vehicle selection component, we inject the vehicle service, using either a constructor argument as shown here, or with the inject method. The inject method provides a simpler and more readable technique for injecting dependencies in our Angular code. When are these injected services initialized? That depends on how the service is provided, en route or in a component. We'll try providing our service en route first. In the service, we use the injectable decorator to set provided in to root. Let's scroll down so we can see our signals. Then try out our application to see our logging. This will demonstrate when our service is initialized, when the service signals are created, and when our HTTP request is issued. In the browser, we see the new home page and menu. Open the browser console, select to clear the console, and click Reload to reload our application. We don't see any messages. Our service and its signals have not yet been initialized. I'll select the Vehicle List menu option, which routes to the Vehicle Selection component. When that component is initialized, its injected service is initialized. Looking at the browser console, when the service is initialized, the selected vehicle signal is created and is undefined. The vehicle's resource is created, and its loader function issues the HTTP request to request the vehicles. The vehicle signal is also created and is initially an empty array. When the vehicle data is returned, we set the vehicle signal to the resource value signal and the data is logged. When I select a vehicle, the updated selected vehicle signal appears in the console. If I go back to the home page, the vehicle selection component is destroyed. Selecting Vehicle List again, the signal values are still there. The user's selection is retained, and the data is not retrieved again. Why is that? Our data is retained even after the component that injected it is destroyed. That's because we've provided the service en route. When we provide the service at the root level, Angular creates a single shared instance of the service and injects that instance into any component or other service that requests it. Since all components or other services that inject this service share that same instance, they all share the same signal values. And those values are retained for the entire lifetime of the application. In many scenarios, this works great. We initialize signals and retrieve data one time. We use those signals throughout the application, and the data isn't destroyed until the application is destroyed. But there may be cases where we want to initialize our signals and retrieve data every time the component is initialized, or retain different signal values for each instance of a component. In these scenarios, we don't want to provide the service in root. Rather, we provide the service in the component. Scrolling up, let's delete the provided in from the injectable decorator. In any component that uses the service, the vehicle selection component in this case, we add a provider's property to the component decorator. The value is an array, so we could provide multiple services. We only need the vehicle service. Let's go back to the service and try out the application again. I'll open the browser console, clear the console, then reload the application. Like before, we initially see no messages because our home component doesn't inject any services. Select Vehicle List, and we see initial values of the signals, and the vehicle data is retrieved. I'll select a vehicle, and we see the selection appear in the console. Now I'll go back to the home page and pick Vehicle List again. Our signals are initialized. The page no longer remembers our prior selection, and it re-gets all of the vehicle data. When the component is destroyed, all of its provided services are also destroyed. That means any signals defined in those services are gone. If the user selects to load the component again, its provided services are initialized again. The signals declared in the service are created again, and service resources retrieve data again. For this particular application, I want to share the vehicle service instance throughout the application. So in the component, I'll remove the providers array. And in the service, add back provided in root. Bottom line, how a service is provided affects the scope of a service and thereby the scope of its signals and resources. When we provide a service in root, only one instance of the service is created and shared. It's called a singleton. That one instance is created the first time the service is injected into a component or other service. Every other time the service is injected, the component or other service gets the existing shared service instance. When a component that injected the service is destroyed, the service is not destroyed. The service state, including all signal values, are retained for the life of the application. If you instead provide a service in the component, a new instance of that service is created every time the component is initialized. When the component is destroyed, the service is destroyed, and all of its state, including all signal values, are destroyed. And when the component injects the service again, the service is initialized again. Select the appropriate technique depending on the requirements of each service you create. Use in root when you want to share service state throughout the application. Provide the service in a component if you want to initialize the service state every time the component is created, or if you want each component to have a unique instance of the service. But what if you want finer control over when your resource data is loaded? We'll cover that in a later video. Thanks for watching. If this content was useful, please like and subscribe.